So I'm actually moving back to Bath within a week, which is a little bit scary because I'm a little bit, there's a lot to do. There's a lot going on at the moment because if you don't know, I do mechanical engineering in Bath. So in other words, I just hate my life and I've decided to drown myself with maths, which isn't a smart idea. I don't know. It's not that bad. It is that bad. But I know that the next 7-8 weeks are going to be absolutely rammed, having to balance university somehow. Like, I think I have 3 lectures a day with labs every single day, and trying to balance that with business stuff, obviously setting up my new agency, my new offer with my agency, and running this YouTube channel, also the community. So there's a lot of plates being spun, but it's good fun. And also preparing for uni, I've got to pack, get all my stuff together, drive to Bath, unpack, get in my new place, get my keys, set everything up. So there's a little lot of it going on this week. But right now I'm working on my new offer. I need to get a testimonial client by the end of the week, ideally within the next couple of days. Starting the snowball of then getting this offer going to then get some paying clients, stuff like that. So I'm back in Bath, which is weird. Second year uni starts in like 4 days, of which I've got back-to-back lectures, so that's not going to be fun. And I'm in my new accommodation, got a house in Bath, which is nice. I've got a few flatmates. I think there's eight of us, which is nice. I've been reflecting on like my past summer, and I had 3.5 months off from my exams to where I'm at now. And throughout that time, I dedicated that time just to grind. I was working every single day, trying to find different offers. And part of me feels as though it was like a bit of a waste of time because I didn't achieve my goal, and I didn't make a decent amount of money. I wasn't able to sort of drop out of uni. But at the same time, it did give me one big thing that I now have moving forward, and that's like a direction. Before I was all a bit confused as to what I was doing, how I was going to make money, what was my path moving forward. Now I understand that. I know from failing at other things during the summer with different offers and stuff, I now have a clear idea of the niche I want to be in, the services I want to be providing, like the next sort of stepping stone that I want to hit in this sort of like entrepreneurial journey. That next sort of stepping stone is I want to hit at least 10k a month by January of 2026, which gives me about 3 and a bit months. It's like my launch pad goal. It's sort of the thing I'm looking forward to then be able to propel myself into the life that I want to live in. Welcome to the crib. I'm on my webcam. I've shown you my room, I think. This is my bed. Unfortunate that it's right behind my webcam, but there's nothing I can do about that. I had the first 3 days of lectures. All of my mornings are essentially doing all the online lectures instead of going to in person. I figured out by doing it that way, I basically save 15 hours a week. I've got 10 hours of contact time each week with lectures. It's like maths, thermo, solid mechanics. I've got design materials, manufacturing module, and then engineering, computation is another one. So far, the workload is definitely way more than last year, which is not great. Even on one of the fucking slides of one of my lectures, the lecturer said this year is probably the hardest year of your degree. So it's great that I'm setting up a business at the same time. The only downside of doing it online is that I don't actually ever go up to campus. I got a few labs and stuff that I do have to go to, but the majority of the time I'm here. But I'm not really here for university right now. My main sort of focus is entrepreneurship and get my business off the ground, of which things are going pretty sweet. So backtracking, I was doing email marketing for info product businesses, education businesses, figured out that wasn't really working, switching it up now to do paid ads in a different niche, and it's going really well. I've already signed my first sort of client. It's more like a testimonial sort of case study client at the moment. Very fast paced, which is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for speed and just getting shit done. So really happy about that. And yeah, so main focus now is just working on that. And so pretty much my day now consists of so waking up at 7 and then getting ready, starting my day, starting lectures at 8. It takes me about an hour and a bit to go through a 45-minute lecture and make notes and sort of understand it. So I do 2 of them in the mornings, and then sort of by 11 a.m. I'm done. And then I just crack on with business stuff.
If you don't get money, you'll suffer.
We don't take bad up, them boy they're good, don't get it confused, cause they got their hood up. The beating's boring, I just want mullah. My French thing said do a song with Bubba. 50 pointer, they look like Booger. Them man, their jewels ain't real, they're puppers. Remember I told Shorty we got a link that day and got stood up. You say that you're on me, I beg man pull up.
I should have probably recorded and posted maybe like 3 videos by now, and I just haven't had the time. I've signed my first client, which is like a case study client, which is going really well. And my client, he's basically acting as a sort of mentor stroke client. I mean, I couldn't have asked for it to go any better, really. He's a lovely guy. Trying to get him and his offer the best results that I can. I'm just sort of back and forth with him every day, hopping on calls and stuff, and really trying to learn as much as I can about the space and ads. And yeah, that's pretty much where all my time's going. Analyzing the ads that I've made, figuring out where they can be improved, iterating from there, and then also creating new ad sets with new creative ideas, copy ideas, getting his feedback and going from there, testing new stuff, and then learning as much as I can. I've joined a few more courses, and that occupies the rest of my day. Yeah, it's just a full-on sprint at the moment to get a good, and just case studies, and just to learn as much as I can. Just here working all day. Like, I really enjoy it. It's fun. I feel like I'm progressing. Like, it feels like I'm taking steps forward, which is I haven't had this feeling before, and it feels great. Like, I'm finally making leaps and bounds towards where I'm trying to go, and I just want to keep the momentum up, keep the speed up, and just aggressively just pound out every single day, try to learn as much as I can and progress for the next day. I was on a call with the successful guy. He's doing like 50 grand a month, something crazy. But he was saying how the biggest thing that changed in his life was when he realized that it's just about boring, aggressive speed, I think is the way that he put it. So doing the boring work, doing it as fast as possible, and just hammering it out, and learning as much as you can in the process, and really just minimizing your deadlines and making them as soon as possible.
You know how we do it. West side, coming from the west side, nothing but the west side. Ain't nothing going on but the bomb ass rap song hitting all night long.
So this is the first time I've recorded in long time, but I don't really know what to chat about. And that's always been the problem when recording YouTube videos, is that I just overcomplicated it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do things a little bit differently with YouTube now. I'm not worried about, I don't really care about the views, I don't really care about making like videos perfect, and just putting stuff out there and documenting my life, any lessons I learn, hopefully connecting with some people in the process. Yeah, just doing it for the fun of it, just for the sake of documenting. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I think that's what it should be. I think before I was trying to do too much. I was trying to improve with every single video too much, overanalyze. Should have just been keeping it really simple, enjoyable, and just doing it because I enjoy it. I've set a goal to get a video out every 2 weeks. Doesn't matter the quality of the video, but just to put something out, to be consistent. I'm not really overthink it too much. But yeah, in terms of my life, like, dude, it's January now. And I've done my first semester of uni, and had business things were going good. Signed my first client, got my first testimonial, so that's all really good. And then I ended up sort of working myself into the ground a bit. Uni work got pretty intense, whilst also trying to balance business stuff, and I basically didn't plan it well enough. Yeah, and so I ended up just burning out for the first time, which I didn't think that I'd ever really get to. But it was weird. I didn't want to do anything. All I wanted to do was watch movies all day, do nothing, stay in bed, and I just couldn't figure out why. And I just burnt myself out. I'd been doing too much for too long. Didn't give myself enough break. Didn't listen to what I needed. And so there's been a lot of learning in the past couple weeks and couple months. And I spent a lot of time trying to rethink about my life and how I want to balance things, because it's no easy task balancing an engineering degree, especially from Bath, also with business, and also a YouTube channel, and then socializing as well and staying healthy and stuff like that, and trying to sort of level up my life with each day. I had systems in place, but they're all just too complicated, and it sort of goes back to that there's this sort of quote, it's like a mantra, it goes simplicity scales, complexity doesn't. Pretty much that's been the epitome of my life for the past couple months. I've made things way too complicated and way too much. Yeah, and really it needs to just be simple, and that's sort of what I've based my whole life around at the moment now, and rejigging everything, so like my routines, even going to the gym and how I track my workouts and how I track my calories and staying on top of my diet and whatnot. Just setting a good baseline to now start reintegrating business into my life. Just basically pick off where I left off and not burn out again and not fall into that trap. And I'm just looking forward to getting back on it now and scaling Infogrow up and just getting going with it, because it's pretty cool and I enjoy it, and I forgot that I enjoyed it. But anyway, I'm gonna go hit a gym sesh. I needed to record something because I need to get back into the habit of it, and I was putting this off all morning, and I was like, no, Tom, we just need to do something, just record. And so yeah, actually it hasn't turned out as bad as I thought it was. So yo, got the car set up, crazy bro, crazy. Just on the way to the gym. I don't know how well the audio is gonna be picking this up, but yeah, I'm trying to go to the gym. Well, I go to the gym 6 days a week. It's like a push-pull, legs and abs, and then push-pull sort of routine. It's going quite well. I've been in the gym for like, I don't know, maybe, I started when I was like 16, so 4 and a bit years or so. Wait, engine noise, ready? Downshift. My little Suzuki Swift. Anyway, yeah, I've been in the gym for like 4 years and a bit, and for a long time I found myself plateauing, and I noticed I wasn't putting on any more muscle, and that was like that for a long time. And I just sort of went to the gym, wasn't really thinking about it too much, but it's only been recently, maybe in the past year, half a year maybe, that I've been taking it a lot more serious, so tracking my calories and tracking my workouts as well. One big thing that I've been sort of changing recently is how much I consume social media and just stuff on my phone. I was spending so much time on my phone. Less than the average person, but it felt like a lot. And also listening to music, because I found that I need to have time to think and just give myself some sort of mental space to go over any queries that are on my mind, and just think over just any decisions that I've made and whether or not they were the right decisions. I was watching lots of movies, watched lots of YouTube videos. Thank you. And yeah, it was sort of just an escape to the things that I should have been given time to think about, like sort of not give myself time to think and just to allow sort of thoughts just to pass by and to flow. There's a Lotus Emira right there. That is very nice. Jimmy Carr, is it Jimmy Carr? The comedian, really smart guy. But he said something that along the lines of gaming, social media, movies, they're all cheap dopamine. And that really made me think about things like I want the really gritty, like hard to get dopamine, and that comes from challenging myself and doing things that I didn't think I'd myself capable of, like building a business, balancing everything while in university, getting a first in my degree. Those are the forms of dopamine that you spend so long trying to go after, and then once you get it, that's the big release of dopamine, and the sort of so that made me question a lot of things that I was doing, and makes me want to chase the real dopamine, the real sort of, I don't know what you'd call them, the real adventures in life, as opposed to the cheap stuff you can get by watching a few YouTube videos and TikToks, which are designed to keep you hooked and look cool and whatnot. So anyway, that's just my 2 cents on that, but again, I've caught myself waffling, so Anyway, I'm gonna go have a gym sesh. I'm doing legs and abs, so not a great day. But any day in the gym is a good day, so.